You terrible fright. I've started the timer, just gonna load up the save, get everything ready, and we are good to rumble. Alrighty. We didn't start a fire. Good morning. I mean, good evening, afternoon, whatever it is where you are. Hope it's good. Charles and Huck and MFX Media and Pete, Octopus, King of Toto. Sorry you can't join us today, but thank you for your good luck messages. We're going to need it. Let me start a little marker, and we can formally begin. Wow, the formal beginnings of hopefully something great. We're about to find out. Oh, good God. Okay. Thank you so much for joining me if you were here early. I like early people. You're great. Much better than those late people. Early gang. Looks like the most popular vote so far for the poll, the long-running prediction, if you will, on YouTube, because YouTube doesn't have a prediction system, but it does have polls, is that I'll get the immediate burn. But only 1 in 2 people think that that'll be the case. Let's see if we can prove them wrong. Those who didn't think it. Kia ora, Norwayman, de Kriegerkonig. I see you as well. Welcome in. Alrighty. So, just make sure that my audio is all good. Is it working? Yes, it is. Okay, great. Let's begin. Welcome back, everybody. It's time, as Tinker rightly points out, to burn a tool. Today is the conclusion of the Push Humankind Too Far challenge. If you're unfamiliar, I was challenged by Amplitude alongside 5 creatives to see how quickly we could burn humankind, starting from the industrial era. The player who burns the world the quickest, who ends the game through pollution, as it is the only end condition, will be the winner. Starting from the industrial era, in their own time, in their own games. Here you can see, I'm playing as Joseon in the early modern era. A very quick recap, not that you'll need it, because most of you who are watching this probably saw part 1, or at least saw my tweets or something about it. We started in the Neolithic era, moved through very quickly as the Egyptians in the ancient, took the Mayans in the classical, another industrialist, then the Khmer, a crucial one in the medieval era, another industrialist with a bit of food to go with, and now in the early modern era, we've taken Joseon so that we can research into the industrial era before we move through. Is it gaming the challenge? No. It's exactly as intended. Let me zoom out a little bit and you can see the world. I chose the Southeast Asia land spawn on this True Earth map by Oscar. And here it is, baby, in all of its glory. I decided to, thanks to you, largely in chat egging me on, to take over a bit of the world. I don't need the whole world, and I'm not going to go for the whole world, I don't think. I think today's plan will be to tidy up these uncouth, unjustified wars and really focus on burn, baby, burn. We've just started to unlock some polluting districts as well, if you recall. If I jump into Memphis, you can see we've got a whole load of train stations ready to go, baby. We are getting ready to roll. I'm going to splash some cash to complete a coal mine while I'm here. We're starting to build these districts. These districts provide pollution on their own right, +5. The pollution timer hasn't started yet, but I reckon it's going to start ticking over very, very soon. So, let's have a look at our diplomacy screen as well. See who I'm actually fighting at the minute. Oh. Apparently nobody. We must have just concluded the conflicts. In fact we did. It's all coming back to me. We smashed through Lime Green and just took a whole load of Europe, including Neo-Italy, and smashed our way down this coastline. I would like to continue to explore the New World. There's probably oil and stuff that awaits, i.e. Australia. How you doing? Actually, not so hot. Should probably run you away. And upgrade you as well into a knight. There you go. And other than that, this is where we're at. This is how the challenge has gone so far. Turn 53. Pollution timer hasn't started, but like I say, I reckon it's about to kick off, baby. In a burn baby burl, in a burn world burn, like there's no tomorrow. Another key part, I think, now, as we move away from warfare and toward trying to focus on building our own pollution up, getting these cities chopped and ready to burn, will be to start trading with people. Because warfare isn't the only way that I can get access to resources like coal. However, I can't tap that one and grab that right now, so that's a good move. I should be looking through all of these territories as well, just to do a quick double check. Make sure that the likes of my coal and my gunpowder and all these wonderful, potentially polluting resources are actually connected. That'll be kind of key. Put that silk manufacturer in as well. That'll help with stability. which is increasingly and will increasingly become an issue, particularly as the pollution timer starts to crack over. The other thing that I'm looking at here is some of these, like the coal power plant, +2 industry on Maker's Quarters. That is so important. So important. I'm going to take some cities off collective minds and just make sure that I have these polluting industries in line. I need to take care, though, as we move forward, because some improvements, although I shouldn't run into many if we're just hanging around in the early modern era, but some of these improvements will start to remove pollution. So just need to take care, be cautious, check these, make sure that I'm doing them right as well, because I often just sort of go click, 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 and don't really look because I just trust that the infrastructure is good. There's no room for trust here. We're burning the world and that's that. Be careful to start on different side quests now. You need to complete them all before pollution in the game, otherwise you'll lose on points. Yes, but the winner is the player who burns the world the fastest. Side quests don't matter. Those points, it's actually, the point system is actually a little unclear. Like the new audio. Oh, thank you, if only. And kia ora, Elise. The point system's a little unclear because it's unclear to me. No points are distributed based on the number of turns that you complete the challenge in. Points are only applied to the side quest, not the main quest. My focus has been the main quest, because it is the winner of the main quest who wins. There is maybe potential for multiple people to finish in the same number of turns, and then it might defer to the side quests. I acknowledge they could be used as sort of a tiebreaker, but it has and will always be my primary focus to just focus in on the main quests. Although I have, as viewers who joined me last time will note, I have been deforesting like there's no tomorrow. Pete does raise an interesting point though, but it's unfortunately going to run a little counter to the challenge. You see, if I want to complete the side quests, one of them being chop down all of the forests in your territory, that kind of incentivizes me to not go to the New World, to not connect more coal, to not connect more oil. Because if I go over there and try and connect it, I'm going to have to deforest the whole dang place. And I don't think I need that place for pollution. So it's a little bit of a perverse incentive here. I find that if I want to focus on the side quests, I'm incentivized not to go and get more coal and oil because I'm better off just hanging around and building units and chopping trees. So I'm just not fully sold on it. It's great, but I'm not fully sold on it. What I do need to do, though, yeah, that Peter's right, is probably start focusing at least on chopping trees. A lot of the other side quests... God damn it, I've just marched all of these elephants up here to do this one tree. A lot of the side quests involve city infrastructures and resources, like coal. So there's also maybe an incentive for me to get... Is it 20? I think it's 20. 2D Kitty has already secured a 0-turn victory. Are you kidding me? Right. Right. So I am going to have to focus on all of those as well. Okay. Okay. Right. That throws a bit of a spanner in the works. So in that case, I think I don't move to the New World because I don't want to have to deforest the whole thing. We're going to be here for like 10 hours. Which is not a particularly fun challenge to watch. I will keep deforesting what I've got, obviously. So we'll leave those elephants to do that. Thanks to our early war, I should have enough units kind of floating about that deforesting the land I already have isn't too much of an issue. Look, here's 10. We're going to need these 5 bodies somewhere over here, I imagine. Let me turn on a couple of different yields. I'll turn on this District D1 too so that we can get a feel for what's actually built. Yeah, we're going to need dudes over this way. So let's just pump some dudes over there. I can build some if needed. Rebels are appearing from the Teutons, that's fine. And then I'm going to have to start deforesting Africa here like there's no tomorrow as well. Yep, send the 5 units to chop 1 tree. That seems like a good use of our time. I'll fan out these guys and send them along their merry ways. Go on. But sir, we decide to chop, we decide for warfare. No. Not today, you're not. It's the planet you'll be killing. Good. Keep up the great work. Let me get a couple of those down. Need a little bit extra stability, although we don't actually need that much stability, it's got to be said. Infrastructural improvements for the pollution. This is Blitz speed. All the rules are in the description, by the way. Yeah, we do. We do. The truth is, we actually enjoy chopping trees, really. It's part of who we are. It's formed our national identity. Hey, another way around it, though, which would also be a bit cheesy and kind of lame, would just be to burn everything down. Because then I don't have any land, so I don't need to deforest anything. I don't know about that. I think I need land for the, I'm gonna need at least a certain number of cities and territories for the train stations. I have more than enough territories to complete the train station side quest, so I'm not worried about that one. The deforestation will come with time, and like I say, if it doesn't quite get sorted, I can just literally, like, ransack my land, and then it's no longer my land, so I don't need to worry about deforesting it. Another perverse incentive, but that's fine. So that's one way through it. I will need to make sure that those train stations are at least built. What I'll do is bring the side quests up on screen if I need to, although I did see something floating around in the Discord, so if you're on the Discord, you will have already seen them. They're also in the description, so if you can read, they're also there. These guys, likewise, gonna need to start fanning them out, deforest them along, and then I'll have to pay a little bit closer attention to those, because I'm assuming they'll be used for a tiebreaker. Amplitude haven't said that, though, but it's maybe a safe assumption to make. Either that or everybody gets first equal. which, hey, look, I'm not complaining. That would be great for everybody. Like I say, the primary challenge is the number of turns. After that, the side quests come into account. I reckon we'll play with the side quests as a more primary focus, just in case Amplitude choose to use them to weight the tiebreaker, if there needs to be a tiebreaker. I don't know if there is. I mean, there are other ways that you could also rate that tiebreaker, right? It could be the player who caused the most pollution. That might seem like a more logical tiebreaker in a pollution challenge. I don't know. Basically, we'll just try and do our absolute best at everything with the time and resources that I have and see how well we can do. All right, my king, what are you doing, my queen? My queen. Right. My pollution queen. What it is doing, actually, is sorting some stability issues and connecting some more polluting resources, which is great. Good. And I'll also get, I don't know, 1 garrison, because why not? One of the other side challenges is to have a city stable by the end of the game, so I could also start gamifying a city with just 1 million garrisons in it. That seems like a fairly easy way to complete that one.
I would characterize the level of pollution as low.
Good news I'm hearing from Al in the chat, that Zach is currently streaming his attempt. I did see that on Twitch, and he's the Australians now. So, good news. It sounds like we didn't get last. Assuming I can pull this off, of course. I don't want to count my chickens before they've hatched out of eggs that were laid by their mum's chickens that laid eggs from their grandma's chickens. You know what I mean? I don't want to get ahead of myself too much, is what I'm saying here. Let's encourage the defiant canvas rather than prohibit it. And you... What? You want to chop some trees? Oh, okay. I might stay away from the New World for reasons just discussed. I don't think I need it. Although it might not hurt to just bounce over there just in case. I'll just sail these elephants out to sea. Famous aquatic animals, of course, the elephant. But I don't need to go David Attenborough on that, I'm sure you're well aware. That looks like a forest. Chop it, you fool. Ah, look, and he left and didn't even chop the one he was on. Okay, you chop there, you chop there, and that makes Jumbo a choppy boy. Good. You there. You there. And this will have Neo-Italy basically chopped, which is nice. Tick. Done. Dusted. Bob's your aunt. Elephant can sneak its way over there too. And looks like there's one more down there. Okay, great. That's basically Neo-Italy tidied, which is wonderful. My queen will be very quickly tidied. Likewise here. Actually, this deforestation is quite easy thanks to my large army. I think we can pull that one off fairly straightforward. Do an error check to make sure the AI aren't catching up. I don't think I need to worry now, Elise. But we will do a quick check-in. Just to... Oh, the pollution has started! We'll celebrate that in a minute. Let's just have a look. So we've got medieval Aztecs, the medieval Mongols, about to move through. They're medieval as well. Edo Japanese are in the early modern with me. They've just moved through, but they are there. So go you, STN1. Early modern back there as well on the other player who I haven't really fought much with. Makes sense. They're in second. The Teutons are in the medieval. Byzantines are in the medieval. Cool. And look at this. The pollution has started. But a reminder, of course, the challenge hasn't started because I haven't moved through to the industrial era. Very good. Statistics can be incredibly frustrating. I agree with Octopus, but man, they are useful. Attach Japan for more pollution? Yeah, or turn it into a city. Is what I was thinking. Have a look at my technology screen. We set up the steam engine, and that means that new cities will get all of the nice polluting infrastructure that came before. And actually, that's kind of the best one I can get. So, without moving through to the next era and choosing a scientist, this is all she wrote. What that means is I can start building new cities now, and they're like absolute whomper amazing cities. Now, we are already 3 over our city cap, but I can actually afford to push it a little bit further. What I might do, though, I do remember we have a couple of somewhat lackluster cities around here that are missing a lot of infrastructure. So let's queue that up. Could consider merging them as well. I'm not mad at the idea of merging them, but let me get this polluting infrastructure in place first, and then come back and have a look what to do next. Because once these cities have the polluting infrastructure in place, it's kind of like... it's effectively like they're the same as a new city, because I don't really need the rest of this infrastructure for the pollution challenge. I don't need fame, I don't need to win the game, that wasn't even a side quest, so there's no incentive for me to deal with fame. The only incentive that I've been sort of playing a little bit along with has been to try and neutralize the AI a little bit so that they don't snowball ahead too far. That was more important when, well, frankly, that was more important when that actually mattered. It was more important when I needed to pick cultures. I don't think I need to pick cultures anymore, so I don't think it's an issue. Stability here is slightly. Smash down a there. Putting a foodie one next to it would add a bit more stability, but I don't really need food. Although farmers' quarters do provide a little bit of pollution. I should also focus on putting some around the train stations if possible. It doesn't add more pollution, but it does give me a little bit more industry, which could be useful. Although again, I'm starting to wonder whether I really need more industry at this point. And hey, it might be a good idea to actually get your train stations at this point, though. How about that? 1. Let's find a good spot. That's actually quite a good spot if I get rid of that commons quarter. 2. And... 3. Yes. Nice. Okay, it's gonna hurt my influence and stuff a little bit, but not the end of the world. I can sneak a little garrison out that way as well, and we'll call that a day. Okay, so we've got coal plants, we've got train stations coming online in Thebes. Memphis should be looking pretty sexy as well. It is. But I'll just sneak the sawmill ahead. +1 industry. +1 pollution, I should say. Per Maker's Quarter. That will help us snowball our industry up, up, up. I'd like to probably attach SIBO to Memphis. If it weren't for the fact that Memphis' stability has just gone... Boom! Yikes. Bit of a yikes. Let's see what we can do. Add more pollution? Yes. +1 stability per researcher. Not entirely useful to me at this point. That's going to put the infrastructure as pretty important. Or I just build an army here. And just say, actually, infrastructure doesn't matter. Let me just make sure that I have a couple of standing guns in place to destroy any incoming rebels. I can, of course, take a few turns to let this wind down. It will evolve by minus 20% until it reaches 0. That's a yike. District pollution, providing minus 205, and then minus 80. The Libyan city might be raised to reattach into Italy. Yeah. Yeah, it's probably my queen. My poor queen. Let's do that. Other raising potentials are actually over here too. Lothal and Mohenjo-daro are both kind of average. No offense to them, but they are both kind of average. They're very large cities, so it can seem a bit like, oh, don't do it, but I don't actually think it matters. So we'll do that. This city is also massive, torrential powerhouse, yet managing to keep up with its stability a little bit. Nice. If I can hoover up some more resources, which I can do if I have more money, so let's put some dudes on money, put a few extra dudes on food there as well, that'll be good, and just absolutely ramp up the pollution and say, see ya stability, wouldn't want to be ya. That does actually raise a rather interesting point, that maybe these elephants are best placed, say, back toward the homeland. Yes, I think that's a good idea. It doesn't look like there are any more forests to chop here. I think they're mostly cleared. This elephant's refusing to move anyway. I've chopped so many trees! Give me a freaking break, man! Control all oil and build factories on each. Control all oil and build all factories on each. Not sure if I even have enough time in the day. Maybe. And I'm also really reluctant to start taking more territories, because every time I grab a territory, I'm going to have to chop down its forests. Let's just look around, see what we've got on offer. It's important to note, and I'm pretty sure they said in the in their brief that controlling them counts as trading them counts as controlling them. You control access to that resource when you trade for it. Building all factories on each, though, difficult to do if it's not yours. Although with enough time, the AI will have built them. Hard to check through, though. That's a really interesting one. Okay, tree choppers. We do at least want to clear this crap. The pollution timer is, as you can see, so I'm now producing 150 pollution per turn. It's going to take 105 turns to reach it at the current rate. Oh, thank you for using your Twitch Prime, Hoff. Appreciate it. Lake Hillier, take the stability territory. Yeah, I guess we could. We could also take this one here, the Great Barrier Reef, right? There's a nice little stability territory right there.
Helpless or history.
Although at this point, plus 10 is it's not doing a huge amount for me. It's got to be said. All right, tree choppers, let's get you back over here. Thank you. I will send maybe just one up that way to have a wee nose. Now that they're done chopping trees, you can go sort of down over that way. You can stay brilliant. You can stay brilliant. Stay brilliant, just like Hoff. There's a forest by the looks. No? It's not. Okay. Well, that'll teach me. Any forests left here at all? Probably this way. Yeah. Alright, up you go. The beauty of using the elephants as deforesting machines, I guess, is that they have huge movement. Particularly along my roads. We've got fairly upgraded roads as well, which is nice. There's a forest I see. Go and chop that one. Kill. This poor lad really needs an upgrade. Look, it's Aaron's chopper. Oh, some like 12,000 years later. There you go. Get on a horse. That'll help you chop those
With
trees.
30 research quarters, I think we can safely say that the Library of Alexandria has been avenged.
I've got them in the description, I think. Let me just grab them. There they go. Oh yeah, it's quite the write-up, but I do have them in the description, side quests. Let me do a little thing. Oh, that's a really long chat. Hold on. Yeah, no, that's I won't muck around with that admin right now. But I will on the break. If it's helpful, I can make them like the pinned comment or something like that. You wonder? I doubt that these are really any use to me. I mean, the stability would be nice. But it's largely just a garrison at this point. Plus 20. The plus 40 is more, granted. But a plus 20, that's just a garrison. That's just a garrison. The extra money could be useful. Do some quick upgrades, I guess. But only on a settled city, and I'm going to really struggle to have settled cities. I'll put that to one side. Okay, I did burn down a territory, and you got to watch the AI, because it'll sneak in and grab it like there's no tomorrow. So let me just quickly place this down. Harbor there too? Why not? I'm not going to be planting any forests for obvious reasons. And there's actually really no incentive to reattach that up to Neo-Italy in some ways. Like, why would I? It's just going to hurt the stability. I guess I need to reactivate these districts. Yeah, it's probably quite important to reactivate those districts. So I'm going to have to do a double reattach, which is super ugly. Yoink. Nice. Really nice. I'll get the 3 industrial improvements in so that this place can get polluting like there's no tomorrow. And then probably going to need to add a little bit of extra stability. So I'll just grace this place with some wonderful stability. Brilliant. Working conditions. +1 stability. On Maker's Quarter. That seems like a great thing! Yes!
It's good to remember.
Brilliant! That wasn't actually part of my plan, so that's a nice one to stumble into. I think that now could also maybe be the time for censored arts. This will reduce stability loss.
You know how
I'm going to do that.
Too much artistic freedom.
Between the two of those things, we should start to see a slightly more controlled stability. Gotta be said. Do I say it's gotta be said a lot? Sure. Hard to make stickers with so many words is the annoying thing. 10% boost? Yeah! I like Topkapi if I'm trying to go for like a space race and that kind of thing. Or if I'm trying to go on a really sort of wander-heavy build. But otherwise, I don't really know. I agree. Its boost is fairly minor. Let's get these infrastructural improvements. They're not minor. They are major. Although, not really a lot of industrial districts here. Once I get some train stations down, boom, there it is. I'll queue up a few extras around there so that it can do what it needs to do. And it looks like these choppers are ready to go in for one more chop here, and that's that cleared. Thank you. And I think that's good. Stability, 100%. We could make this place the super happy city, and that would complete that challenge. It's a nice and small territory. We can attach it up here and just fill this place full of districts. So I might make a note of that. This is going to be happy, stable, fun land. Because there is, I believe, a side quest to have one city stable by the end of the game. So I can achieve that here. Probably not helpful to build a lot more industrial quarters, so I might refrain from building any more there in future. But that's kind of that one, hopefully managed. Hopefully, I say. With a sharp inflection in my voice, because it's a big hope. What's that? Not useful. Okay. Right, you may as well just lumber your big elephant booty back that way. We'll keep a couple stationed in Neo-Italy, just in case something goes wrong. +5 pollution per adjacent maker's quarter on train stations. I thought it was +5 industry. Have I been saying that wrong the whole time? Where's somewhere with a freaking train station? +5 industry. Yeah, no, I thought it received an industry bonus, not a pollution bonus. Be wrong. I'm pretty sure it's just industry, not pollution. There's no pollution benefit to stack in Maker's Quarters. Unless I want more industry, and I don't think I need it, to be frank. I think we're pretty good. I only really want Maker's Quarters for their pollution. I don't really need them for their industry, and I certainly don't want them for their stability. And actually, that raises a good point. Every time I build another Maker's Quarter, I'm actually just losing stability. And I don't know whether I need them for pollution. Let's have a look. Plus 431 per turn. It's now only going to take 36 turns for me to get to level 1. I feel like I can stop building Maker's Quarters altogether. Hey, the real though. Pass the buck. Damn it, Pete. Okay. Right. Oh no, there is big disagreement in chat. Marco coming in saying it says +5 pollution on adjacent Maker's Quarter. +5 pollution, +5 industry per adjacent Maker's Quarter. I'm not seeing it, Chief. I'm not seeing it. It reads to me as though the effect is +5 pollution on the train station itself, and then a further +5 industry per adjacent Maker's Quarter. That's my ruling. Right, you choppers standing around with no forests to chop. We should start like stomping into other people's land and chopping theirs down. No, not needed. I think that means I'll bring these units back together once they're done, although they're not quite. So I'll just put one back at the start there. Good, good, good. And could take this for the wonder, but we might leave it for now. All good. It is a confusing concept, particularly because we don't often play with it. I think. Well, I don't anyway. It's usually a non-issue. Although when the game first came out, it was crippling. It's a mechanic that's been sort of dabbled with a little bit from time to time. Alright, you can just stay put, I think. What I'll do is sort of bring those units back together and then use them to chop. Now, speaking of choppings, is there anything at all left to chop? Yes. Down this way. On your bikes. I need to clear these forests, please. And likewise, just bring all these units back to the core. These brave explorers have made it to the new world, so we may as well touch down and see what's going on. If there's oil to connect, I will grab it. I could make maybe one new city over there. I'm not against that. I thought that was an unchoppable forest for a minute. It's all right. It's just part of the mountain. We'll leave it be for now. Cheeky forest over there, though. Go on. Go on. And Australia looks to have a couple of locals. They're pillaging that territory. That territory is actually providing no value to me, so go nuts. It's just fewer forests that I need to chop.
Independent people possess sophisticated customs, rights, language.
Keep on chopping down Japan. Japan could become a beautiful extra city, but again, I don't think I need the pollution. So I don't think I need more cities to complete the challenges. It would be useful to double check through them though and just make sure I can bring them up on screen for us. Put them down the bottom of the screen. Might be easy. I'll grab that snippet that Huck was sharing in the Discord, if that would be helpful. Okay. Boom. Alright. So we're moving through to turn 56 now. Global pollution is still at level 0, so there's no overarching penalty for the world burning yet, but you'll notice that turn timer is ticking very fast. Now at 542 pollution per era. That's good. Yeah, I've got my maker's quarters built here. Oh, it's also unclear to me whether the side challenges have to be completed before... They'd have to be completed before the world burns. But then that would disincentivize me from burning the world quickly. It's a bit... I've got my hands tied. It's just slightly. I've got my hands tied slightly. Now I'm in a position where I don't want the world to burn so fast. Stop burning so quickly. Oh gosh. Okay. Level 2 is quite a lot, so hopefully that'll be alright. There's another forest over there that I need to chop. And then I think, canvassing across Neo-Italy here, no more forests. That one is a bait forest. It doesn't exist. It's not a real tile. Okay, good. Thank you. Foresting. Done. Build it quickly! Put the trees back! The world is burning too fast!
Always a pleasure to see you.
What I will do is trade for some of these luxuries. This will add a little bit of stability and... also, the strategics are quite good as well. Hoover those up from you. Thank you. It'll add more badness. But also more trade routes, which is good for me.
My attention.
Salt, great. Sage, why not? It's literally $48. I mean, jeez. That is ludicrous. Okay. Right, so we're producing about 600, nearly 600 pollution a turn. I'm not quite sure how quick and fast it'll start jumping up. Am I burning the world too fast? I could very well be. I'm also just catching up. Okay, interesting. Now, there is a little... There it is. Let me just... Can't see what I'm doing, but I promise it's going to be helpful. I promise. I'm going to grab the thing from Discord. Yoink. And throw it up onto our screen. Yeah, the side challenges are an interesting one. I will show you them. Because I have talent. Okay, let me throw them up on screen so that we can see what we're dealing with. Image. Add source. And add a new source. Cool. Find the file. Okay. Side quests. My god, he's good. He's so professional. Look at the professionalism that is playing out live on screen. Thank you again, Hoff. The text is... I don't know if you can actually read that. Hey, look. Now you can. You ready? Wow. Oh my god. Okay, so here are the side challenges. If you weren't joining us at the start, I'll reiterate. The winner of the challenge is the person who can burn the world the fastest. And then they also issued, a few days later, a set of side quests that awarded points. Unclear whether the primary challenge award points. What was clear is that the person who burns the world the fastest wins. That's always been my primary goal. However, we have these secondary goals that award points of, what do they range between? 10 and 35. Have no forest on your territory by the end of the game is worth 35 points. Possess all oil resources with factories built on them. Possess, I believe, counts as trading for them. it's not like have them within your borders, so you can possess them by trading or connecting them. Have an aerodrome or airport per city or administrative center. Now this is the interesting point. If I try and complete these, I have to delay burning the world. So it's like, do I delay the primary goal to complete the side ones? Something I'm grappling with. Moving along. Have at least one stable city by the end of the game. We're going to do that one. Have a train station in every city or administrative center. Going to do that one as well. Build 20 factories or automated factories, taking into account, previous infrastructures from the Camps family, exploited oil, and +2 per city that reach the end of the anti-air infrastructures. It's unclear to me whether I will be able to reach the end of the anti-air infrastructures and focus on the primary challenge of burning the world as quickly as possible. I don't know if that's doable in the tech tree. Depends on where they are. If they are in the contemporary era, then I can't do it and burn the world in one turn. So there's a little bit of there could potentially be conflict here between the primary challenge and the secondary ones. My instinct is that I should absolutely focus on the primary one at its core. And then 3 more challenges providing 10 points for building 10 command compounds, anti-air surveillance, and tech parks, and 20 plus coal mines. So basically, the AA infrastructures are in the contemporary era. Right. So there we go. So to complete the side quests, I would have to delay the primary challenge, because I can't access some of the technologies that are required to complete these quests. That makes me think that really it's the primary challenge that matters. It's how fast you can burn the world. These are, after all, side quests for good reason. Some of them come in direct conflict with me completing the main challenge. Some don't. The coal mines, for example, right? We know that I can build those because I'm already connecting coal and I'm already building coal mines. So that's great. But some of them are stuck in the contemporary era. And I feel like the 1-turn burn or the 0-turn burn is the way to go. Because that's the main challenge. And they did say something along the lines of, the person who burns the world the fastest and complete the main challenge will win. Hey, also, there's these other things you can do. These are the other things you can see on screen. So with that in mind, I think I'll focus on getting as many as I can and the main challenge. Sounds like a good idea, right? Marco asks, you get extra points for the side challenges, but what are the points for the fast burn? There were no points assigned to the fast burn. So there are sort of 2 parallel reward systems operating. One is the primary challenge, which is just whoever burns the world the fastest wins. And then there's a parallel running alongside with these side quests. So I have no forest in my territory by the end of the game. I can do that, but I'll have to stop taking territory. The world's going to burn very fast. Possess all oil resources with factories built on them. Because I've chosen to burn the world so quickly, I don't know if that's even possible. I think that challenge is literally impossible unless I want to stop completing the main challenge, which feels wrong. Have at least one stable city. I'm going to do that one. Train stations, we're going to do that one. And then it leaves really the factories. And that's it. Okay. The turn timer doesn't start until I move to the industrial era, that's right. But the world will burn as soon as I do. If I complete the main quest properly. We're assuming that the side quests will be used to combat ties. That wasn't officially announced. Another way to do it could be to look at actually the player who burned the world the fastest, like who did it in the least number of turns. In my mind, for what it's worth, I think that would probably be a better tiebreaker, considering the main challenge is about burning the world, not connecting oil. but it might not be. It's unclear. So I think our strategy here will just be to do the best we possibly can while primarily focusing on the main challenge. I will, however, as I say, we'll go for this foresty one at the top. Yeah, baby. I'll get the factories. We can also get the aerodromes. So I'll get those. And have the stable city. I'll do that one as well. In fact, you know what? He's getting out his notepad. Okay, so forest. This is the first one we will do. Make sure that I have no forest in my territory. If there's a big forested territory, I'm not taking it. I'm not going to have the time to take it all before the world turns to absolute crap. A reminder, when it hits level 2, stability is going to tank, rebels are going to appear everywhere, it's going to be an absolute nightmare. I'm not interested. Okay, all oil resources, I don't think that one's possible. Aerodrome, everywhere, that is, so we'll do that one. Stable city, right? Have one city that's stable. We can do that one, probably. Although once level 2 pollution hits in, that's going to be very difficult. And then I have 20 factories, which could be done, but that would require massive expansion. I'll put a little asterisk beside that one. That one runs into direct conflict with some of the other ones. And I don't think, considering the time and the stability complications, I don't think that will necessarily be doable. Also, the automated factories, I'm assuming, come later. And then what do I have? These last little ones at the bottom. 3 more challenges providing 10 each for command compounds, anti-surveillance, tech parks, 20 plus coal mines. I can certainly connect coal, so I'll make a little side note for that too. Okay. Right. Does everybody agree with me? They follow the Joseon path to get the full burn. Turn 155 is technically faster than 156. It is, right? Although they said we won't start the timer until you move to the industrial era. That was probably a mistake, actually. On hindsight. And this is the first time they've done it. And they said in the Discord, if you've got any feedback on the challenge, we'd love to hear it. This is the first time we've done it. We'd like to do more in future. And I think from the discussions that we've just had, we've probably got some reasonable feedback on how it could be tweaked a little bit. Because Al is right. I could, in theory, finish on turn 3 million and still tie with Kitty in this situation. Yep. You're absolutely right, Al. That is the way that the challenge was designed. There are a couple of murky areas, but yeah, that is the way it was designed, and that is, I imagine, the way it will be judged. But that's all right. A couple of oddities. What I'm going to do is slot this down the bottom or the top. Where is it going to go? No one knows. Woo. It's kind of ugly. Kind of shrink it down. Place it like there. There we go. Let me know if that's really annoying or not readable, and I can you shift it around and make do. But for now, let's get back on with this challenge, shall we? It was a good discussion for us to have, though. What is the most cursed way to play? Either full industry or full science. Yep. Yannick, absolutely. Let's see which person can trigger the pollution end condition the fastest. Yeah. Well, yeah, Huck's right. It's a little open to interpretation, isn't it? In the Discord that they messaged us, they said, who can trigger it the fastest? The timer will start when you cross the industrial era. So we will continue to operate off the assumption that it happens when we hit the era. But but it is tricky, isn't it? Should I just ditch the side quest and say I'm just going to burn it as fast as possible? Because that was my primary goal? I'm still in a position where I can do that. I think I'll continue though. I think we've got a pretty good plan here. There are some clear side quests that I can complete and some that are literally impossible without running into conflict with the main challenge. But I've got forests, aerodromes, a stable city, and something else that I scrolled down that I can't even read. 20 factories with an asterisk, but 20 plus coal is also another thing on my mind. So let's just reach out to, of course, no one has coal.
Greetings.
Yeah. Right. No one has coal. Lucky I've got a lot. What I will do though is just to keep hoovering up some of these resources, because stability is always good, especially as the pollution starts to ramp up. It's ramping up every turn, something awful actually. Really, really bad. Get these elephants back to base. Will it be done? How dare you? As the Joseon music kicks in, it's a beautiful backtrack. I'm going to refrain from grabbing any more territories, as I say. Don't think we need those. And super stable Funland is losing a little bit of its super stable fun. Get in there! Have I chopped every single tree? Do a quick scan. Yes. Yes. All the trees are gone. The world will burn in a hot ball of fire. Probably just over this way. Yeah, but I've got a lot of elephants here. Let's send some extra dudes. Deforest this northern territory, which I wish I didn't take because it's proving to just be admin. I could remove it, but we'll let the world burn. Why not? Really looks like a forest there, but I don't think it is. Yeah, Prof Monkeys, that does make sense. Yeah. Oh, I hear that Zach is about to finish on turn 109. I don't think that would beat Kitty, because the primary challenge is once the industrial era starts, how quickly you burned it. I assume when you say turn 109, you mean in-game turns, rather than turns after the industrial era. So I'm gonna operate under the assumption that that means that Kitty bet Zach. Because the timer, yeah, the timer once you cross through the industrial era takes matters. Amplitude haven't said that the in-game turn timer matters at all. It's just the focus on that industrial era, I believe. I could make that tutorial. I could. Okay, I think we're done with forests here as well. Although, that looks... Oh no, don't worry. It's just some dry grass. They're not real trees. They're just grass. Good. So this territory is done. Again, I won't take any more land because there's no incentive to do so. We don't need it. Let's get some units back over here in case rebellious rebels start to kick me in the teeth. Cannot be done without a valid tile available. Why is it there? Alright, let's get these train stations built then. I don't care about where they're built. I don't need the extra industry from them at all. But, so, let's just place them down somewhere where it doesn't really matter too much. You can go there, that's fine. Up in the Himalayas. Yes. Great. They're going to be completed in a turn, so that's super easy. Actually, one that I didn't see. Let me get the 2 industrial pollutions. Let's also check on my aeronautics. I need that kind of fast. Quite fast. I don't want to put a city on collective mines to do it, though. The world could burn before I... No, we should be fine. We should be fine to get those aerodromes done. They're quite important. So, as a side quest, I can at least rack up some points. And then we can leave it to Amplitude to decide how they're gonna weight this victory. There's not really even anything else that I want to build here aside from stability. So, let me start building some stability district. Where the space allows. Interestingly, only providing plus 18 stability. That's not huge. Not huge at all. But a lot better than what the common squatters are doing. So, let's do that. The Civic is actually playing its little part here now. Squeeze a couple there. If I attach that, I can go brrr, build a whole load in there. But otherwise, I'm literally full. Squeeze a couple in there. I'm gonna need to knock down, ironically, gonna need to knock down some makers' quarters to build the aerodromes. Or connect more territories. That is, of course, also an option. You can bounce up to Neo-Italy. You're done deforesting. There's not a single forest left anywhere here, so you can also bounce up there. You're done chopping. We'll get you back to base. And you two are just about finished too. Okay, great. Neo-Italy is sort of done, except for, hold the phone. It may not quite be done. Hey, follow spot. Thank you for following 4 minutes ago. I wonder what that sound was. Or nukes are banned. Nukes are banned. I would love to use them, but they're banned. I will be here to stream the in condition. Absolutely. The key part. Although Amplitude did say that we could complete some of the challenge off stream if we wanted to, if it was too time consuming, which, as we found out last time, man, I spent a lot of time setting this up. I'm still eternally grateful to, wow, that was a 50. I'm still eternally grateful to everybody who was hanging out last time on stream, by the way. Man, we had a good time. It was awesome. I might redistribute a few populations to, it's been a really fun event. And they've opened it up to the public as well, by the way. I see. They've opened it up to everybody on their Twitter. And the same rewards are available to you, somewhat, as they were available to us and to the creators to give away. So you can indeed attempt the challenge yourself and submit your save file to them and have a go, which is awesome. I'm really glad that they opened it up to everybody and that they had prizes involved for everybody as well. So you don't just have to rely on me and a somewhat nuanced scoring system. So go take Africa for fun. It would be fun, but then I'd have to deforest it all. And I don't know if I can deforest it all in time before the world is going to burn, because I've gone for max burn. So actually, I'm not going to take anything else, because everything that I take is going to run counter against side challenges now. So we're actually going to withdraw from Australia. Well, it's going to run counter to some of them. So we're going to withdraw from Australia. Oh god, I'm going to have to deforest all of this too. Yeah, jeez. Time to get some motion in the ocean. And deforest! Go, 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 go. We need these Australian settlers back over here to start chopping these as soon as possible. Thank you. We're going to let these guys burn this territory down because I don't want it. Actually, I'll just burn this one down as well. Then I won't have to deforest it. I need to keep deforesting Japan as well. Kind of important. Sorry, Japan. I do love you. Just not like this. Kind of too late to bring units over here to help, really, but I'll chuck some over. Let's have a look and see what the pollution timer does this turn. As we shift through to in-game turn 57, still turn 0 on the timer. Okay, right. Only went up by about 100 that time, so that's good. It'll start to hurt these cities, though. Look at this. Oh, I'm losing more stability than I can gain in the capital. That means I need more trade or more units to protect it. So let's try and do a little bit of both. Find some trading partners who we're not trading with yet. Trade luxuries. Take your obsidian for 175 bucks. The gold ones are super expensive. But if we can find some, like, yes, find some silver. It's actually relatively expensive as well, but I'll grab both of those. There's some extra stability for all. You've got almost no luxuries.
You have my ear.
Likewise.
Relax.
Okay. Purple, the Venetians have a couple, so we can bounce into the Venetians and grab a little bit there as well. Good. What I could also do is start detaching territories from Memphis. This would reduce pollution, which does run counter to the challenge, but it would also reduce stability. So, I don't know. We'll position those units. Actually, we'll just sleep those units in Neo-Italy. I can up stability in Memphis slightly by training some extra units as well. So, wouldn't hurt to also have them here just in case rebels start appearing. See how many I can get in a turn. I think it's 2. Oh, no, look, it's 3. Is it 4? Yes! Great. So we'll get 4 units smack bang in the center of Memphis, just to help a little bit. And then continue to send these deforesters, just making sure that every forest tile I own is clear. Which probably means a little skip across the pond. Thank you. Oh, Mima, awesome. Wicked. There's a one-tile island in the China Sea with a forest. Oh, thank you, Marco. Oh, dear. Oh, look. The one forest that ruined it all. Yeah, I can't let that happen. Okay. Thebes, do you just want to do us a quick little favor here? And, sort that, please. Where are you? Let's just get a wee gunner. Thebes is about to tank stability as well. Do I have... I need the anti-revolt civic. Around... now. Like, kind of right now, actually. I needed printing press, which... just double check. House. Could some kind soul in chat please remind me and save me having to tab through tabs? I know, lazy. On the preconditions to get that civic. I think it was 50 population, and then one of these technologies. It might bounce out at me if I see it. I thought it was printing press, but it might have been movable typeface. Yeah, maybe it was movable typeface. And then I needed one city at 90. No, I needed overall stability at 90, didn't I? And we're strange. I'll never get press freedom. I'm not going to get it. Alright, we'll just abandon press freedom. See ya, press freedom. It was fun. I'm just going to do a little bit of this action. There you go. Good luck! You're gonna need it, you big dummy. Okay, just check these for pollution. No, no, no. There's some. This will, of course, hurt the stability, but I'm gonna just focus on the main challenge. We're just doing it as quickly as we can. Everything else is, after all, a side quest, and will be treated as such. Ooh. Mr. Krabs, I have an idea. There's too much forest here to manage. I'm just gonna remove this. See ya. Sorry. These will be the stability enforcers who aren't needed in Lothal, are barely needed in Mohenjo-daro, slightly needed in Harappa though. So let's bring the stability enforcers down this way instead. We'll have to take a little bit more of a pragmatic approach to keeping stability in line here. Happy Stable Place is living up to its name. It's happy, it's stable. So there's a side challenge completed. Nice. Probably don't need units there, but we'll keep one or two. Absolute garrison city. Yeah, I'm going to try. I'm going to try. Raises an interesting question about what to do here. So much forest. So much forest. So little time before the world burns. Mohenjo-daro. Yeah, could go through the militarizing of Mohenjo-daro. Don't think it's massively needed. We can keep its population up. I'm not sure if that's even massively needed. Very little is needed. So what I'll do is just make sure that it has enough stability capacity here in place. And then once we get the aerodromes, we'll start pumping those out. They are... Plays away. However, microbiology does add to the stability, doesn't it? +1 population. Yeah, so we'll grab that. and then we'll bounce to aeronautics and see if I can also nab that before the world burns. Tidy up that forest. I should also get over to the East China Sea and those. I also saw your comment about a couple near Vietnam as well. On an island near Vietnam. Is it that one? Yeah, it is. Whoa. Hey, Neo-Italy. Yep, you're still there. That's good. You need to retreat and get out of here. We've got trees to chop over this way. Thank you. Ending the turn. Ooh, subservient. When you get my empire to mutinous, yeah, punishment. That was the other line that we talked about. Hoffa talked about that one too. Get punishment. Can get forfeiture for minus 20% stability loss. Pick lifetime sentence for capital punishment. If I have 9 agrarian stars, which I will, hopefully. For +5 stability on commons quarters. Or I could go the other way. On main plaza, potentially. Yeah, it has to be on the main plaza for that stability boost. It's a pretty minor one, but I'll take it. You're going to go and chop down that little island. Thank you. And, what have we got here? Swift for 2 turns. Could be useful if I'm hooning around trying to chop trees. Hilariously. Otherwise, I could choose to oversee. Or just pay $500 for good consequences. Let's do that. We might get some stability out of it or something. he hopes. Hey. Is that a forest and is that mine? It is a forest. Eventually.
Keep up the
Get your
pace.
ass over there. Go on. And, should have enough units moving over that way, so I might keep these ones as stability enforcers actually back down this way. God, they've just gone for a big run, really, is all that they've done. That's a fake forest. Okay, that territory's good. This territory is... Oh, that was actually quite quick to chop all that crap down. Okay, great. You can carry along your merry way then, bounce over with your mate over there, and start chopping that crap. This territory is no longer mine, so no need to focus on deforesting that one. Hoon our way over there and chop that. Could be some forest out this way. I haven't really looked much around here. No, I think that's okay. You can pop down to Japan, and you go to Thebes. Cool. As I say, we're going to withdraw from Australia. There's no incentive really for me to be here at this point. And unfortunately, the New World is much the same. But I'll put them on auto-explore. They can at least plot it out. And certainly defend against any threats. Okay, looks like this place is done. Though that does look suspiciously foresty, but I think it's just the adjacency bonus. Yeah, it is. It's just dry grass. It's all good. Bounce you over there. Quick reminder about my potato. What are you talking about? Chop that tree. I think we'll just keep these enforcers enforcing. Memphis is still tanking its stability, but don't stress. She's all good. We can get +1 stability from researchers if I want to put some people on research. So there's a nice little way to sneak some extra in. And otherwise, we've literally ran out of land for garrisons. I believe. Let me check. Hey, no, we can destroy stuff to build them. Obviously, I don't want to do that though, because I want to keep my airports. It really pains me to start destroying polluting districts. So I'll hold off if at all possible. Check the commons quarters as well. Yeah, I'm not going to burn down airports or commons quarters, so we'll just leave that. Memphis could also, if there's a wander in the sea. Nope. The seaside wander could help a bit. Yeah, we'll just let it revolt, it's fine. We've got Happy City over in Africa anyway. We don't need you, Memphis. And we don't want you. let's just go blip, 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 blip. Blip, 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 blip. Let's just fill this entire place with Gareth Sons. Stability? Never heard of it. There we go. Good luck. Good luck and Godspeed. Go, Lethal. All right. Land ahoy! Reveals that. Wow. Yeah, great. Really glad I paid $500 for that. Okay, let's jump into this trade menu. I remember we had a few resources here that we could buy. Yes. Adding a little bit of stability where stability is needed. Anyone else?
You come to me with a proposition.
I do come to you with a proposition. I'd like you to take my money, but I don't really have a lot of it.
You have
And you don't really have a lot of resources. You're my vassal, so no need to look there. And yeah, everyone else has just got kind of like one or two. Oh, there's a puppy rust there, unclaimed. Okay, we'll grab the Umayyad's puppy after this. Good. We've made it to the little island there, so we'll get rid of that forest. That's nice and done. And this Oliphant's just sort of rolled into town in time to chop that one too. The Harappan defenders will stay put because Harappa is also tanking stability like there's no tomorrow. However, we can fill up India with about 1 million garrisons. So, let's do that. That one, actually, that last one could be better as a commons quarter. Yeah. If there's adjacent districts that are different, then the commons quarter works better. But if it's just makers quarters everywhere or garrisons everywhere, then the garrison works better. In a nutshell, that's kind of how it's going to work for me. Foresty foresters? Any trees at all that I haven't seen? No, I think it's good. Great. Okay, you can come back to base in that case. Job done. Thank you for your service. Your country appreciates your deforestation very much. Not really much point in chopping that one, but it will help a little bit with pollution. Oh, you're the 51st like. Thank you, Yannick. I assume the potato joke is Potato McWhiskey. Also a competitor in this challenge. Right. You can return back to base as well. That place is one and done. Nice. Except for its stability. So, let's go through and do a dumb thing. Or actually just fill it with Maker's Quarters and say, you can just burn. Just burn. No, I will put some of these down. Put some along that coast. Tuck some along there. That peninsula looks like it would love some garrisons. A couple here for good measure as well. Sure, why not? There we go. That should keep it busy for a while. Chop that tree. Chop that tree, and if worst comes to worst, we'll just burn it down. Forest in my territory? Not a problem. Thanks to fire. Although I do see one potentially there hiding in that fog. And what, there were 2 more somewhere floating around? I think these units should probably handle those, actually. It should be okay. Ooh, yes, look at that movement. Not bad. For a guy with a gun. To sail through the ocean, disembark, cross a river, and chop a freaking forest. Nice. Children's rights. I don't actually need the worker slots, so that's not particularly useful. Plus 10 stability on territories if they follow a foreign religion. We could have a look and see if we can leverage a bit out of that. I could get my research quarters to give me stability, and actually, bringing my civics back to the center here is probably a good idea. So, let's enact literalism, get stability on my research quarters, and also raise stability in my cities.
I should warn you that this solution
I like that.
is not as simple as it
I
seems.
like that quite a lot,
People
actually.
can argue about anything.
that could be a good way to generically improve stability across the board, actually, by bringing ourselves back to the center of politics and ideology. Off you go. And like I say, I think this place is literally done now, so we'll just get torrential defended. Asbestosville. There was indeed a little forest there, so we'll tidy that up. And cool. Alright, defend. Jump. I said jump, damn you! Okay, good. Look, I'm sorry, Memphis. There's really not a lot I can do for you at this point, aside from trade. I guess we could host some games. People rejoice. Plus 10 stability on garrison. That's what I want. I want the police force up in here. Boom. That could be helpful. It's a strong could, but it could be helpful. Could attach this and fill it with garrisons. It's an option. What have we got appearing here? Memphis Rebels. They've got cleavers and 34 combat strength. They are no match for us at the minute, so let's just go and tidy them up with the Memphis defenders. Maybe get another lot of Memphis defenders as well. I'll just insta-resolve the fight because it doesn't really matter too much. Nice. Stability's not a problem when you have guns. I don't actually know when it triggers, Pete. 100k on normal speed. So, it's weird because some things, as you probably know, some things scale and others don't in Blitz. It's always a little up in the air. I lost a little bit of science, so I might just get some science infrastructure, but it doesn't really matter at this point. Let's just get a few more garrisons. Yes. You will be stable. Good. Alright, I'm just going to grab a quick break. When was the last time I ate a potato? I have no idea. I don't really eat them. And just grab a glass of water, and I'll be back, and we'll see how quickly we can burn the world. Apparently, it's at 50,000 pollution, Al says, so a nice little answer to that question too. I'll be back in just a minute. Okay. He's back. And he's ready to burn the world. So let's do it. Righto. Oh, okay, we're ready to end a turn. Good. I don't want to use my scientist ability anymore. I do just need a bit of it, though, to be fair. You know what? Actually, you're already struggling. If we put this onto science mode, can I get through to aeronautics a little bit faster. Yes, I can. I'm going to do that. Just one, just there. Just to speed it up slightly, so that I can start building these aerodromes a little quicker. They're polluting districts, so it'd be nice to get them online as fast as possible, even though there's not necessarily maybe a requirement to do so. Bounce over there. And Japan's basically done now. This place is done. We bounce here really is the only issue, so I'll ship an elephant down that way. Whether it gets there in time to be useful is another question entirely, but we shall see. Likewise you, actually. I think we're good to just leave this place. Not that I need more units down there. Ah, dear. You know what? You can just stay put. Just in case something goes wrong. We've got more defenders in Memphis ready to defend. Again, just in case something goes wrong. Harapa's got some. Mohendaro doesn't, but I don't think it actually needs them. Yet. Get the police force in here. That will help with stability. So I'll surge that to the top. Bounce you up there. Okay, good. Memphis could maybe also go collective minesing. But then I'm going to have to wait 5 turns to build its aerodromes. So I might just, hold off on that. Get it to help me with money. And science. And its food. Because it's also probably going to starve at some point. Sorry, Memphis. Okay, good. See ya. Loads of rebels appearing down here. As stability now really takes a nosedive as the global pollution starts to ramp up. There's a really interesting question here, actually. Do I just say, who cares about garrisons? Let's just ramp this up. Yeah. How can I ramp this up more without garrisons, though? I actually can't. Commons Quarters could provide a little bit of leverage, but again, it's not a lot because because every district is a Maker's Quarter, so the Commons Quarters become less useful. So let's just build a little garrison island. I love it. Oh my god, he did. Cool. I remember this player had some resources.
Acquaintance again.
Been suspended. Fine. Have it your way. They did do a great job. Yeah, Humankind looks beautiful. Which matters when you're staring at a board for a really long time. Right? I mean, that really matters. To me, anyway. This unit can chop a tree. It's giving me the option to chop a tree, but I don't think there is actually one in my territory. Let me just quickly scan through. No. No. Yeah, there's not. Okay, so what we'll do is just bring you back to Lethal, which was our glorious city. I'm not sure if it's going to stay that way. Happy, stable, fun land. Should also make sure that it stays happy, stable, and fun. And that can start with the city watch, and then we can get the police force in here as well. And just really make sure that this place stays stable and happy. I can build land units to just put down the rebel, but of course I can't build more Maker's Quarters if the city is unstable. So the stability still prevents me from adding more pollution, which is a problem. You stay right there. And I've got some friends for you. They're elephants with guns. I do have enough gold to support lots of units, but again, there's no huge benefit. Because I can't build districts without stability. Okay, you can chop that. You can probably bounce across there in a turn as well and chop that. Ah, deforestation, like there's no tomorrow. No, you're all good, Charles. You're all good. We need to bounce ideas around with each other, otherwise we're all going to be left in the dark. So I really appreciate it. It's one of the things that's carried this challenge through, to be fair. Right, you lot can just heal up and defend Mohendaro. And... +1 pollution on Farmer's Quarter? You bet your backside. its usefulness is perhaps called into question, but we'll do it nonetheless. And I guess just like a little bit of extra money here. Seeing as there's not really much else to do, I can continue to do one lot of games per turn. Could be fun. Could consider, seeing as stability's already nothing, grabbing this and then just going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 11, 12, no, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. Good! We'll just fill Memphis full of garrisons. Seems like a good plan to me. Okay, microbiology's been researched as well. That's really good for, I think it was this, +1 stability per population. We also have a hospital, +2 stability per researcher upgrade available. When you compare that to a garrison, though, here, it's +14. A garrison is providing me with more than +14. So that infrastructure isn't massive, but we'll queue it up nonetheless. Every little bit counts. Queue up another one of these games. The people of Memphis, they just love it. They just love it. Pollution, the Ottomans and the Edo-Japanese are reducing pollution by a whopping -10! Edo-Japanese! A round of applause! Inquiyab, really well done. You're just saving the world. 10 pollution at a time. Go you! You idiot. Alright. I don't want to take this, but I'm going to keep chopping its trees nonetheless. It's a matter of principle now. It's a matter of principle, goddammit. Okay. I suppose also it's time to tidy up the last of these technologies. These will be the last techs that I can build and earn. This one could potentially be stability under control of another empire. Okay, well, that's not very useful. What about this? +1 influence on commons quarters. Again, not really that interesting. And that's my tech tree done. I won't be able to research anything else because I don't want to move through to the next era because that will start the official challenge timer. And obviously I'm not interested in doing that because I'm going to try and get it not just the 1-turn burn, but the 0-turn burn. Any forests at all. You're going to have to jump across that way, my friend. You to there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 means another unit needs to go there. Good. Keep it tidy. Keep it clean. Burn the world. Thank you. I could start to build extra cities now as well. I mean, we might as well. I'm comfortably below the city cap. I don't need my influence for anything, so let's turn Japan into a city. Bloop. Get a coal power plant. A sawmill. Just buy that coal power plant. There's another coal power plant done. We'll also get it a train station and an aerodrome! Woohoo! Pollution for the masses! Wait, hold on. Are these things unlimited? Oh, right. Shows you how often I build aerodromes. Right, so I could just fill this place with aerodromes and just pollute the ever-loving huck out of it. That's kind of fun. Okay. Good. Great, even. Okay, I can probably do this again. Oh, actually, what we could do is break Memphis up. Blah. And then turn this into a city of its own. That could help Memphis's stability a wee bit. Yeah, maybe. It's worth thinking about at least.
I have a proposal.
Non-aggression pact. Although the downside to that is I won't be able to spam it full of aerodromes, so maybe I refrain. The Aztecs would like a non-aggression pact. We'll allow it. We're kind of buddies. They're still in the medieval era. They don't even know what pollution
independent
is.
People be an ally or an enemy? A barrier or a blessing?
And you are here because?
Okay, good. Tree in the Middle East. Damn it. If you're referring to that dry grass, you're wrong. That's also just dry grass. I don't see it. Maybe I'm blind. We know that I'm blind.
I'm on. Raise the main.
Some independent peoples here, maybe creating some pollution of their own. People after my own heart. I'll put that unit on auto explore anyway. As we know, I'm not going to have time to colonize the new world because I burnt the world too quickly. I won't have time to do it, probably. So we'll just grab non-aggression packs with all of our buddies. I will take this copper and this iron. Nice industrial resources. The horses will also add trade routes for money and food to cities. So we'll just hoover up everything that the Edo Japanese have and own and love. Nice. Save up a little bit of influence. Look to get another city online, just for the coal power plants and stuff, really, at this stage. And if I can tidy up the last little bit of deforesting here, and then we'll do one more scan through once I feel like all the forests have been chopped, because there will probably be one or two left. You can get an aerodrome. Let's do it. We'll knock down just like a, I don't know, just a maker's quarter, I guess. Sure. Yes. Get another aerodrome down. These aerodromes are probably providing more pollution. They're at least providing the same pollution. Put it that way. Oh, is there a fight or something happening here? Yeah, there is. Just finish that. Okay, thank you. Harappa can come off collective mines soon, which would be nice for it. And I can now improve oil, so something else to add on to the fire to help the world burn. Just do a scan through and check. Aerodromes as far as the eye can see. Hey, there's a little stability improvement. We'll definitely take that. Bounce over here. Go aerodrome. 1, 2, it'll do. Don't want to make this place too unhappy. This is Happyville, USA, after all. But with its garrisons and its police forces, it'll hopefully be okay. I'll just stack a few extras on just for good measure. Guess it's 50k on Blitz. Yeah, so it sounds to me like best call that we have is that it is 50,000 pollution on Blitz, which puts me at roughly 1/5 of the way there. Neat. Not a lot of land here for aerodrome. Cannot be done on a river, that's fine. Let's place one down here. There we go. A couple of aerodromes, just for good measure. They do add +5 to our total, which is now +800 per turn. That's good. Level 1 is at 15,600, if that's helpful. I think we're actually gonna get there before the turn timer would have even triggered. If the turn timer was in the game. It'll be close, but I think we can do it. And we can do it while still in the early modern era. Surely there's a bonus point for not getting into the contemporary era and having to take advantage of all of the OP pollution available there. There isn't. But you know the real MVP. Alright. Chop this tree. Chop this tree. Last of the trees done on that island. Brilliant. Those aren't real trees. They're fake trees. So we just need to move to those 2 tiles. And then that's done. This island is a little time sensitive, but actually looks like it's going to be okay. If I bounce the unit there, I can do something a little bit more clever as well. Could you leave? Jesus. Imagine if this unit is responsible for me not being able to burn the world. Okay, it's gone. Chop tree. And chop tree. Good, so that's that place done too. I don't know if dogs should eat raw potatoes. My inkling would be feed it to the hounds. Okay. Any forests at all left to chop? These ones are fake forests. Don't be fooled by the exploitation playing out. They're not real. None of those are real. That is apparently a forest. But this is just dry grass. Okay, we'll go and investigate that one. That's probably the one that you were talking about earlier, I'm assuming. Let me know if it wasn't, and I'll tidy it up. And then here, Mohenjo-daro is actually a perfectly happy city as well, which is nice. So let's get rid of some of its stability in favor of pollution. Good. And really not a lot else to do with this place now. Could build more aerodromes. Not a huge amount of space for them. It's got to be said. We'll leave that as is. I think that's fine. This lone chopper has actually almost finished deforesting this territory, so I could hoover it back up. Oh dear. That's good. That is good. Any rogue islands looking to be chopped? No, I think this place is done. Send an extra one that way, just in case the first one doesn't arrive. If you don't succeed at first, try again. Plus 10 stability for 2 turns. We know Memphis could use it. Sure. You do you. I could also upgrade these. What upgrade path have we got? Lion Infantry. That'll be good to defend this place. So I'll spend a little bit of cash upgrading those units, just in case some rebels appear to take what's rightfully mine. And again, here I could take this. I'd have to come over here and deforest it. There's no real incentive to do so, so I might ignore it. Might move to that one instead and grab an oil. Why not? Looks like it has no forest, so it's a juicy one. Could also pan over to the New World and check if there are any similar territories that won't mess with the timing of me doing this as fast as I can, but will connect the likes of coal. Let's see, we've got some in the middle there. That could be a go. Up here, it's just Canadian forest as far as the eye can see. But could be something useful in the middle, so I'll pop over there and take a look-see. I do have the influence to build an additional city, so welcome, you're a city. It's brilliant to have you. Let's get another coal plant online here. There's another coal plant added to the mix. Another factory as well, why not? And another aerodrome. Good. Good. Chuck everybody onto industry. Ooh, and if I get a hamlet down over there, we could do some proper building. So I'll place one of those eventually too. All right, another city online. Cool. Save up a bit more influence. Work towards another one if need be. This place has no forests left now. Aha! Good. We'll chop over here and destroy these ones just for good measure. Two-Tile Island off Vietnam has 2 forests in the fog, I'm told. Okay. Okay, I see you. Thank you. Let's take a look. Send these defenders. Yep, good call. Thank you for reminding me. I do appreciate it. I do. Loads of potato discussion. Okay. Games? Not needed. Literally not needed. I wonder if Mohenjo-daro could, See, I could fight a war and take this, but there's no gain, no need. Likewise here. See ya. And this was a forest, so it's lucky this elephant came back to have a look. It was hiding under the resource, which will forever be unknown. Because I can't build it. Because I'm not going to move through to the next era. Good. And I think that's probably all just good enough, actually. Let's end that turn. As we move through to turn 69, we are now at 10,000 total pollution. 7 more turns to go. Moving through to the next era would ramp it up quicker, but of course I can't move through because then that starts to trigger the challenge. So we're going to just completely hold off. The tech tree has been completed, so I have access to all of the technology I could ever need. There's an oil down here off the coast of Harappa that I might grab because it's a really easy take. 1 oil, 1 tile. Simple, easy. So I'll grab that. Ooh, look at these guys go. My vassal. Oh, that's brilliant, actually. My vassal has colonized Australia for me. That's a really good result. Oh dear, they didn't get rid of this territory. Okay, I need to go down and pillage this. It's a shame I can't just give it to them, because I'd love to just give it to them. It's Sri Lanka as well. Does Sri Lanka have forests? Yes, it does. Thank you. It has 2. Alright. Send a couple of dudes out to those forests as well. Good call. Good call. I'd also look to grab that one relatively easily if I bounce here too, so I might do that. Now that that forest is done. Yes, it's now just dry grass. Don't be fooled. Those trees don't exist. Happy, stable, fun land. Can get some extra pollution in here because it's so happy, stable, and fun. So I'll allow that. Fertilizer, it doesn't add any. Odd. Nor do the grain silos. So neither of those actually matter. Happy, stable, fun land. We'll get that one extra happy, stable, fun thing in here, and we'll call that a day. Maybe with a cheeky little bit of infrastructure for good measure. Here's an oil. Yoink. Yo. Yeah, they've done a pretty good job on this map with the resources, to be fair. I don't think I need to move those guys. I think I can just stay put. And over here in Japan, let's attach more trains, more planes, and more automobiles. More industry. We can pump this place up. Because it's relatively new. Get that infrastructure online as well. +1 pollution from... actually, could probably go at the end. Probably better to get the aerodromes built first. In fact, seeing as they're such huge polluters, let's also just fill sort of Hokkaido with, with them as well. Yeah. Yeah, good. Okay, great. Thank you, Japan. Continue to pollute like there's no tomorrow. Pump out a whole load of infrastructure in there. Good. Running a little shy on space could take to swallow someone like you if I wanted to grab some more space now. But I think, like I say, I think there's maybe no need. If we let the AI flourish, they will also start to generate more pollution. Edo Japanese are about to move through into the industrial era. That will actually be good for me, not bad. It's important to note. We need them to be polluting. Got oil in the China Sea. Ooh, I see. I see you. That's good. That's very good. Get the grain silos as well for a little bit of extra pollution. Then we'll grab the stability improvements here. Even though they're marginal, we'll take them. We'll take what we can get, frankly. And then these rivers are kind of useless. So I guess we just make it a river filled with garrisons. Nice. Really nice. Couple of commons quarters as well. Cool. Alright, thieves can work on that nonsense. Got some deforesters ready to start chopping here, so let's see if I can prepare this place in time to take it before the world burns. And rightly pointed out, thank you kindly, there are 2 cheeky forests there. And yeah, okay, I'll take this. This looks good enough. Pop it up there and we're Bob's your aunt, actually. There is 1 forest there by the looks. Oh, and also a cheeky one over that way. Okay, good. But either way, I'll take this. I'll grab some coal. It's a little bit extra pollution, so it's good. It matters. Gonna start to run out of influence because I'm so high over my city cap, though. That's another consideration, of course, for the challenge. How many cities can I get? How many factories can I get? Limited slightly, but not too much. More food means more population, which means more people to work more jobs. So, improving the foodie infrastructure is not terrible. Although, gotta be said, not great. And actually, this place can probably get some more makers' quarters up in here. Yeah. Let's squeeze a couple more in over the next 5 turns or so. Good. Few more forests down. And we're away and laughing. Mohenjo-daro, so full. Nothing to do. Could put it on collective minds, but I don't need to. We'll run some games. Because everybody likes games. Sure. And because it's full on stability, I think we'll start converting garrisons into makers' quarters and aerodrome. Why not? Got pollution, baby. There you go. Couple of things to keep it busy. Okay, pollution is 3 turns away from crossing over into level 1. I'm still the only player in the game polluting. So, that's fine. Would be interesting to retry this. And maybe if any of you are intending to try it for yourselves, which, a reminder, you now can, it would be interesting, I think, actually to just let the AI snowball. We took the path of sort of trying to use blunt force to detain them, to hold them back. But it could be just as interesting to actually just turtle up in like 2 cities, or however many you'd like to support, a few cities, and then just let the AI go, let them pollute, use them to your advantage. Of course, it won't matter for me in this case because I haven't crossed through into the industrial era, but I reckon you could probably gamify it and get the challenge done a bit faster. Faster in game time, not in challenge time. I don't want this place. So yeah. I kind of want this place instead. Because it has oil. So let's do it. Like if one of the AIs took Ethiopia, that would be nice. Let Al help? Yeah, Al would be the best help. But yeah, it would be really interesting to see someone take that approach of literally just letting them snowball. The downside to doing it, which we discussed last time, but if you weren't with us, is that if they snowball too hard and fast, their rebels become too strong, and you can't compete with them if you're doing what I'm doing and trying to hang around in the early modern era to maximize your pollution before you roll through to the industrial. So it could go either way.
This should be a city as stable as bedrock.
We found Yellowstone. Oh my god, we did? What I want to do is just make sure that these forests are clear before anything else. Let's hoover up that that coal. Another coal to the empire. Yes! Let it burn. Speaking of let it burn, fill this place with a few more aerodromes. Why not? Don't want to remove the train station though if I can help it, so I'll just build some more aerodromes. Nice! And you are done. Japan looks good. pretty happy with it. It's naturally losing its stability like there's no tomorrow, but I don't think we care. Let's get a few standing units in place. And I might take a more aggressive approach, actually, to stability now moving forward.
Glorious, glorious.
And when I say more aggressive, I mean, I don't care.
Celebrate.
Trade everything? Sure.
Glorious, glorious. Let it
Give
be
me some
so.
extra iron. And hoover up that oil. There is not a single forest here, but I will just move just to make sure. But it looks like it's all good. Artistic ownership. Does have some relationship to stability. +1 influence on commons quarter per adjacent district. Not very helpful for me. Gonna ignore that one. And I'm starting to run out of influence anyway, so it doesn't matter. Seeing as I'm here, I may as well chop down some trees, although we'll let my toady take Australia for their own. Yes, you will be great and glorious. And how much is it going to cost? I could swap to buying things with gold. It will cost me to do it, but we could. Where is that one? I remember off the top of my head. No. We have a lot of unclaimed civics. Communal land. There it is. Inherited land. Allows to claim, merge, and attach with gold instead of influence. That's going to be important now that my city cap's quite high. So I might look to remove land rights and implement that instead so that I can start using my money for something because it's becoming increasingly useless. Speaking of increasingly useless, these units are coming that way as well. So with the last of these trees chopped in particular. So I've got 2 territories that I could connect for some extra resource. Bounce these guys back to home base. Get back and defend. See ya. Bye. And likewise here with these units, they don't need to be meandering about here for no reason either. So send them back to base. Nearly 600 hours. That is a good number of hours in humankind. And like I say, who cares about garrisons? Let's start swapping them out for huge stability penalties. I love it. My god, it actually happens very quickly too. I can basically just convert this place in one swoop. Garrison, yep. Garrison, yep. See, yep. Wouldn't want to be, yep. Sorry, Memphis. I've changed my mind. This will no longer be Garrison Peninsula. No. No. It will be industrial only. Good. Likewise around here, I think. Could probably start to speed that up. I've sort of met as many of the side challenges as I'm going to because of the way that I structured the start of this run. So we've got deforesting, we've got aerodromes, we've got a stable city. Yeah, those are my ones. And then outside of that, my other mission has been to get as much coal and oil as I can before the world burns. Noting that because we've burnt at such an extreme rate, even though I've slowed down a little bit now to try and pick up a couple of these extra things, because we went in so hard and fast, it's not really feasible time-wise to achieve too much more. Mohenjo is looking good though, so I might help it burn the world a bit faster too. What have you built there? What is that? Canal network. It's really tempting to burn it down, but it is the Khmer unique, so I'll leave it there. Let's attack the food reserves here instead, and the garrison reserves as well. Sorry, garrisons. Nice. Just help to add a little bit more base pollution into all of these cities. We've reached the 1,000 pollution per turn mark, which is great, and we are just a fraction away from the world moving to level 1 pollution, which will bring with it its own stability burdens, which is why I say, let the world freaking burn. Let it burn. I should have enough to bounce out a land rights. Land rights? So, yep. Now I need 1,700 influence to get inherited land. That's a bit of a slog, but we could get there. I'll station them there so that they can grab that oil if they want. This unit can help the Australians do what they do best. This one could probably just bounce back here, actually. With that forest chopped, this territory is claimed and done. So I could look to move to another one that has oil to connect, like down here. Let's have a look. See what kind of foresty crap we're dealing with. Start chopping some trees. Good. And I think likewise here in Thebes, we'll do that same deal of saying, actually, stability doesn't matter, 2 shites. There you go. While it's high, I can ride it low. And then it will drop low again, right? Once it falls below 30%, I won't be able to build the Maker's Quarters. We'll have to backtrack and turn them into garrisons. So it is a little bit of a balancing act, but if I can squeeze a few extra Maker's Quarters down, I think that's a really good idea. Places where it works particularly well is up here. So let's just bang them out. Go you! And see what happens in Neo-Italy.
Global pollution, though low, is certainly not zero. And you are the biggest offender.
Yes, I think I do have my train stations everywhere. We can double check by checking in the cities to see if they're not built, but I'm pretty sure they're built everywhere, Pete. Yay! Woohoo! Global pollution has reached level 1, and I am happy to see it. And also I gained 50 fame as a result, because I'm just gloriously famous for polluting the world. Oh wow. Level 2 is at 25,000. That's happening much faster than anticipated. Woof! Okay, well, no, Pete, I don't think there's going to be time to build 20 coal mines. I'm going to burn the world too quickly, ironically. There's one over there that I could get. There's one up there that I could get, but don't forget, by claiming it, I then have to chop down all of the trees. There's not going to be enough time to chop those trees, so that one's not worth going for. Because I don't want to get one challenge and lose another, and I think the forested one, in particular, is one that we might actually be able to achieve while also burning the world as fast as possible. So that's the one that I'm more keen on preserving. Harappa, you're wasting your time doing that. No more train stations can be built, so that's good. The downside to having these territories not connected will be not having train station. So let me just snake a sneaky train station in there, as well as an aerodrome. The city is now not super happy, stable, fun land. That one, now that we've moved to pollution level 2, that one might require a little more planning. Oh, no, it won't. Look, the new super stable, happy fun land. Good. Even more happy fun. God, he can't type. Okay, great. So we just keep this place as super stable, happy fun land. Even though it's got a whole load of aerodromes in it producing pollution, it's good enough. So that one is done. 12,000 years on deforest. Yeah, that's the other thing. I mean, we could stream for 48 hours. Less incentive really to grab that oil now too, I think. Trading with people as they move through is a way that I can connect more coal. But again, that relies on me delaying the burning of the world, which is 100% counter to the primary focus of the challenge. So I think I'll refrain from doing that. Let's just do a quick check-in, though, just to see where they're at. Medieval, early modern, medieval. Hey, there we go. The Dutch made it to the industrial era. That's what triggered their narrator flaming me. And it's just them, just the Dutch. So, how you doing? You doing some polluting as well, are ya? No, you're not actually. They're not contributing any net pollution yet, but we will see. Open borders, sure, take it. It's fine. Consider it yours. I'll keep deforesting what I can see down here, though. We might be able to get another oil. It's kind of industrial, right? Right? Nobody. Okay, this place doesn't need to be a super stable, happy, fun land, and I've got a whole lot of aerodromes queued up, so we'll just let it build those. I think that's fine. Stability improvements could be enacted, right? I could put a whole lot of researchers on, add a little bit more, but it's probably not needed. I think we leave that as is. We'll keep helping the Australians with their task, just to help reduce the number of forests in the world. And I can build airplanes in the early modern era, which is super cool. But actually not needed. This place is about to tank its stability, so if I want to get any last-minute districts in here, now is the time. Any last-minute polluters? Not really, actually. It's pretty freaking full. Maybe space for the odd aerodrome, but I don't want to burn down other things at their expense, so kind of a waste of time. Let's smash down these last garrisons. Thank you for your service. Your stability was invaluable. However, it is no longer needed. That'll probably be enough there to keep that done, I think. And I've just heard... Okay, I'll just be 1 minute. Be right back. My microwave makes the most whirly sound of all as well. Alright, let's swap back to the game screen. And... burn this f***ing world down. Okay. Any last minute changes are needed here? Probably not. Again, I could look to add a little bit of burn. Sure. While we have the last little inklings of stability left to be able to do so, let's queue up some, the change of the guard here. That should keep that busy for the rest of the game, hopefully. Maybe not. Actually, oh yeah, it's got tremendous stability thanks to all this stupidity. Go you. I'll queue up a few more then just to keep this place busy. 3, 4, and 5. Cool. Alright. Lothal, you're done. Your forests are done. That's not a forest, it's dry grass. And you've got 1 million industrial district. Good. Mohenjo-daro, also burning itself to the ground. It's going to need a little more burning queued up. I'll just get rid of the last of its garrisons too. Good. We've got an event. God knows what this is going to be. We could lock down Neo-Italy and get a little bit of extra stability. Sure. Bully! And then again, our little Australian force will just keep chopping. Just, why not? This territory indeed has no, should I plant one forest? No! This noble javelineer is just going to live out its days now, retired in an awful frozen wasteland. Because I wanted 1 oil. Thanks, Chief. You do you. Blitz our way through the Americas and happy, stable, fun land. No longer happy, stable, or particularly fun. So quickly, build a whole load of makers' quarters. While you still have stability. Oh, let's make the most of it, actually. Just gonna do a little spam click around like that. Pretty happy with that. We'll also go for the aerodromes. We have our train stations in every territory, so we can check that box. That box is done. Happy, stable, fun land really needs a new name now because it is not living up to its expectations whatsoever. But we've got a few turns, as you can see, before it really starts to fall down below that 30% threshold. Hey, Devilish. Oh my god, he did.
The first super chat of the day. Woo! Devilish, thank you so much. Devilish is going, mate. Sorry, I'm late. Been working and gearing up for podcast production. Burn it all down as fast as humanly possible. As humankindly
possible. And unalive the world. Yes. Thank you, Devilish, for a cheeky $5 super chat. Going up for podcast production sounds awesome. You should share, if you would like to. There's a name. You're welcome to share it with the group. But either way, go you and go science. You'll be pleased to know. Take a look at this. Wow. Wow. He's only gone and completed the tech tree. Of course, I do have more to do, right? I could move through and get the airports, which are wonderful polluting districts. But that would start the challenge timer. And I don't want to do that. So I'm not moving through. So as far as science is concerned, we know everything there is to know. I kind of want to sort of reduce animosity here. So, do I? Yeah. No, I don't actually. I'm going to keep my influence high. I think I might still need a little bit of influence. But I don't really need stability. Looks like this territory could be a grabber. In terms of forests. Yeah. I could take this one after I chop that. If I want to. There's one oil there. And auto chop. See ya. You're now just completely full. And you've probably done all you can do here, I think. I mean, technically I could get Commons Quarter there. That looks kind of nice. Why not? And then a couple of garrisons down here. It provides a little industry into the city, so I suppose we could do that. Sure. It'll keep it busy. Give the kids something to do. The city is basically done now as well, I think. No huge changes I'd like to make. Burn down a train station for an aerodrome seems particularly daft. I wonder if... could burn down my garrisons manually like that as well. I don't think that's going to be needed. Let's insta-resolve this fight with some rebels here. Yikes. And the aerodrome can't be completed because this place is now mutinous, which was to be expected. So, soz. Lol. We'll just get you making me some more money, because money could be important down the line. There you go. Brilliant. Alright, let's have a quick check-in on the turn timer. So, we're at 19,000 pollution, and I'm producing 1,000 per turn. Now, the interesting thing here, as part of the challenge, is... oh, I burnt that down and a forest appeared underneath. Yikes. Oh, I've been distracted a little bit by extra combat strength on my units. Political entitlement not needed, I don't think. Oh, man, that is awesome. That's some painful auto-tune. Sorry, Yorkie. I can refrain. No, there's no need to build any districts yet. It's polluted out. And likewise, we're kind of polluted out as well. Because... Oh, it's not mine anymore. Because I can't move through to the next era without initiating the challenge timer, I don't want to move through to the next era. Moving through to the next era is a bad idea. So, what I would like to do actually is generate a little bit of influence so that I can leverage my money into building cities.
I have a proposal.
So,
This choice
we'll
sticks
just
in
check
my
through and
throat.
make sure,
I'm
you know, if
forced
there are
to
things to
accept.
trade, we can trade for them.
Believe
Um,
me, I'm
This
ecstatic.
trade is halted for reasons I'm not even clear on why. I must just already own everything. Yeah, okay, fine. I'll take their horses. Good. Oh, it's a double trade because of the industrial... Industrial? Because of the, I completely lost that train of thought, I'm sorry. Got distracted by chopping down trees. Just pretend like I didn't say it. Everything's fine. This unit has the option to chop a tree, but I don't think there's a tree in choppable range. So it should be fine. Back you go. Get in. These rebels will start to appear. The people are celebrating because they love to see them being destroyed. Good night, Elise. A little bit of coal this way. So I could start deforesting that as well. Could attach that one up with some money. Get that done before the challenge is over. Maybe. Likewise, this one will attach with money for the oil. I prefer the coal, but the oil will do. And we should keep an eye on our friend up here, who
Your proposal
wants
is
me
too
to
much of a
surrender
ball
to
and
the
chain.
Aztecs and has now declared war with me. Well, this is a little odd. A little unexpected twist here. Okay. I mean, at least they'll give my units something to do. Sure. Have it your way. If it's a fight you want, it's a fight you can have. And it's going to be a bloody easy one at that. Oh no, but I don't want to take their land. I guess I could vassalize them. Or just take reparations from them. I don't want to take their land because it has forests. It may have forests, I should say. Let me just check. Who actually fought me here? It was this guy, right? Yeah, it's the Dutch. The only other culture in the industrial era. And they've decided to fight.
I am listening.
Which is super ugly. But they'll never get here, so they're kind of not a bother. It could be useful for me to crack these units, though. So, you know what, Lethal? Let's do it. Let's freaking do it. Forget about that. Forget about all of that. And just get a whole lot of guns. Likewise, Mohenjo-daro. It's been itching for something to do. Anyway. You can get a whole lot of guns too. Great. And these boats mean nothing to me, so they can just go and explore the world, look for any easy takes. Likewise, choppity choppers. Boom. What have we got here? You should probably stay and defend Harappa, to be fair. Loads of rebels are appearing up to north. In fact, so many are appearing that it might be a reasonable shout to... And because someone declared war on me as well, let's get an extra army of 6. Here in Harappa as well, just to fortify, make sure that I don't lose any cities. Some cheese tactic at the end of the game. Memphis might look to do the same. In fact, it will. Losing a lot of gold per turn with all these units, though. So, it might be a good idea to remove some of the crappies. Or just push through with brute force. Yeah, let's just push through with brute force. Go on! What am I actually fighting here? I need to fight up this way.
Stay in formation.
And the city down here as well. Okay. Good. Beeline straight toward that one. Trigger that fight. Get them out of there. Nice. And we'll just... This moron is fighting me, so be it. Have it your way. We'll vassalize them for safety, perhaps, with the forests. Perhaps. And I'll go and clear these rebels as well, so that they're not just standing there with their cleavers being annoying. There. A little bit difficult for me to actually get here to fight this empire. And to be honest, I don't really want to. I would prefer that they just start polluting the world themselves. I don't want to fight you. Just build things, you big numpty. Okay, we'll try and work on securing this coal. And continuing to just deforest the Americas even though no one's here. Probably fine. And I think we're good for forests down here now too. Little island, done. Everything is done. Okay, great. Back to even more happy now with you. Just checking. It is not super fulfilled and happy, but it's close enough. It's close enough, and an extra garrison should probably push it over the edge. Good. Get some extra food in Harappa, why not? Feed the people, more jobs. The war with 2 civs is a little frustrating, but not the end of the world. Hustle you down that way. Intercept that with these elephants so that the main army can push through. Although, look, they're being attacked by rebels. Eat it, nerd. It feels good. It feels good. Okay. Insta-resolve. There's a city. Thanks. I wonder if these 4 can take this one on their own. I reckon they probably can. I think this empire is so weak, we just stomp all over it and call it a day. Ooh, it's close. Hey! Thanks. Thanks for nothing. You big freaking dingus. Scare them off. Move down this way and scare them off as well. It's just absolutely brutal. Just finished your thesis. Oh, congratulations. It's an effort and a half. Go you. The relief. If you were anything like me, you were so keen to see the back of it that you didn't really even feel relief. You just felt like, I don't even know, just felt nothing. Just numb to it being done. But go you. Congratulations. That's awesome. Insta-resolve, insta-success. Bye! Have a good time. The game wants me to move through to the next era. Obviously, we're not going to do that. That would be the biggest misclick of my life, I think. Civics osmoses. Ah! Ah, interesting. Holy moly. You like religion? Assyrian polytheism. It just took over the world. Well, that's a bit of a yikes. There's not really much good to me swapping now, but interesting to note. That makes sense, that I would miss out on some of these things, given the intense focus of the challenge. Here's the punishment civic, which is finally rolled through. Minus 80% stability loss per turn on city or outpost. Woof. 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 That's huge. It'd fix all your stability woes. Well, it would help your stability woes, probably. I don't know if I go as far to say it would actually fix them all. Time would tell. Although we're probably unlikely to have the time to tell. Station the anti-rebel forces here. Stability's not a problem, of course, if you have guns. Not official advice. I don't think these units produce pollution on their own. Yeah, they don't. And there's no challenge to build pollution producers either. So I think we can leave that as is. Mohenjo-daro is, again, in a really difficult spot where it can't really do much. Build an ironclad with its 1 population. What the? The peasants must have been taken out. Okay, we'll redistribute some armies up this way. People are really suffering in my cities. It's got to be said. It is not a good time to be alive right now in this world. Let's get +1 pollution from farmers' quarters out of that improvement. That's really good. And then I'll sweep up these money ones because I'm feeling a little poor. Thanks to my large standing armies and ongoing wars. Brilliant.
Thanks to you, the high-level pollution is choking the planet.
Close to victory with the Aztecs. Close is an understatement. Now, do I want this at all? I could just vassalize them. Let's have a look. I guess it could be a good way for me to get extra cities. I have a few turns left before the world is about to perish. This one only has 3 forests, so we'll take this. This is a nice, doable one. What have you got up here? I think I can take it all. I'm just going to take it all, and we're to hell with the consequences. Well, I'll take as much as I can anyway. I am capped out at these 3, so yoink. Let's force that surrender. Take a little bit of extra land without asking. Thanks for declaring that war. The game is struggling. Woo! All right, you there. Thank you for your great. Don't you all move? God, I hate when they do that. Okay, quickly get rid of these last forests. I know, you've seen me chop down 1 million forests already. Yeah, let's just get all the units here, because why not? Sure. I think there was one more down that way, so I'll try and tidy that up. Maybe with a rampaging elephant. Go on. Oh, I was wrong. Not a forest at all. Okay. Well, that's fine. You can just destroy. Right. And then here in this territory, I think there'll be very few forests here, just the one. Let's get the industrial infrastructures in place. The furnace, the sawmill, and the manufactory. That'll lead us to a coal power plant. Get everybody on industry just to help pump it up a bit. It's a little weak here, but it'll do. Plus 30 industry by building one on that tile, in fact. So let's do that first. And cool. Extra city. Love it. Tino chillin'. Could also actually get some oil online for us, which is good. But probably be a good idea to get the watermill and such online here too. Looks like it needs a maker's quarter because it doesn't even have one. So I'll queue that up there as well. Chuck everybody onto industry. All hands on DECK. Hemorrhaging influence and gold now, but we're moving toward the end game here. So I figure it's not really a problem. The world burn will happen very soon. I could trigger it instantly if I move through into the industrial era, but I'm keen to not. Because I feel like, and I don't know if this is true because I haven't actually tested it, but I feel like it is possible to do the 0-turn burn. There was a forest that went undetected there. What? I think it's okay. We have to be very cautious that there isn't one. Oh, Devilish, thank you for another super chat. For the $2 super chat, Devilish says, take what you can and give nothing back. A wonderful quote by Jack Sparrow. One of my favorite movie characters of all time. It's got to be said. I love it.
Hold your position.
What's that? You want to waste your time doing public ceremonies? Please, by all means. We're at 12 out of 7 on the city cap now, so yeah, any further expansion is kind of out of the question. I'm not worried about that. Let's keep chopping down trees in the Americas. Yeah. Okay, so we're at around 1,200 pollution per turn. 26,000 contributed totally by me, which is great. There's a little bit of negative pollution being produced by the Ottomans and the Poles, but it's really nothing. Currently, the impact of pollution is causing -5 stability on district and -50% on food. Food on district, which is really harsh. Causing populations to starve, which is causing populations to decline very quickly. Getting cheeky little science osmoses here, which is a bit odd, but it works. Some space for some extra jobs here. So just do a little policy like that. Thank you. And with this forest, we should have cleared the last of the forest in my territory. Yes. Success. We're going to start maybe disbanding some units. Feed them into cities. We'll see. This one is actually still stable somewhat, which is nice, because it probably means that I can scale it up a bit. Get a few Garethsons around the place. But first, a word from our sponsor, Charcoal Kiln. And the manufactory. Good. Start to scale up that pollution in this new city. Chop.
Ready for what? On the lookout.
And I think we're in a pretty good spot now. Forests cleared. Cities not stable, but not unstable. So long as Super Happy Place stays super happy, despite the absolute carnage and turmoil that's taking place around the rest of the world, I think it'll be okay. So we'll shoot for infrastructures that will help my money or influence. Could continue to expand here as well. Good. Good. Let's do that instead, actually. Sorry, infrastructures. I don't care. We're just going to build a whole load of districts instead. And I'll put the city on expert policy as well, so that it can just go full food and full industry. That will allow it to grow a little bit more. A little bit of extra pollution out of it. And to game just a fraction more out, I can disband some of these populations. Add more industrial jobs into the fold. They'll starve, but it'll balance itself out. Likewise, those garrisons. There's a fight for some reason. No need to do that, really. Come on, the world is literally burning. What are you doing? Stop. And we are in an ongoing slow grind of a war here with the Dutch. I could look to end it a little faster by sending some gunners up and around like that out of Terentius. Although the risk is actually too great. I'd prefer to keep them here to defend against rebels that are going to pop up. It's not worth fighting that war, I don't think. Especially because, take a look at the turn timer, we are burning like there's no tomorrow. Pollution is now at its highest level, at that 27,000 mark. I'm assuming it is, you're right, in fact, to backtrack, that 50,000 mark that will end the game. But we're now at level 2 pollution, so the world is just covered in a disgusting haze. Oh my god, I can't breathe. That's causing a lot of other yields to start to really quickly decline, which you would expect. Got some units here to defend, to not chillin'. Which can eat a little bit more stability and stuff out of itself. Nice. Torrential defenders. There's only 3 of them. It should be enough. It does make me a little uneasy, but it should be okay. Keep clearing out this land for any future colonizers, should they so wish to take it. Oh, Harappa. Harappa, Harappa, Harappa. Let's fill the Himalayas with garrisons then. Go on. Good. Even more happy fun is living up to the expectation that we set on it. Even more happy fun. I'll just make sure it stays that way by adding an additional garrison and playing some games and stuff with the people. It's what they want. Lothal. We've gone through some pretty aggressive garrisons to makers to garrisons to makers action going on here. Almost tempting to detach that and add it to Lothal to help it grow really fast, but I think I'll leave it as is. The stability, if we have a look at Lothal for an example. So we're losing around 530 from pollution, which actually isn't super dreadful. We're losing a further 537 from districts. It's actually really close to being a perfectly balanced game. Let me do a little test here. Oh, of course I can't reattach it because I don't have this. Damn it! Oh well. I'll wear that misclick with pride. Should we condemn or forgive witches? I think we'll condemn them. Get out of here. How dare you! Hello, Hex. Welcome in. And we've just crossed over 69 likes, which is not bad for an off day. Go you! Oh, Terentius is here as well. Hey, friend. Cough, cough, splutter, asbestos. I hope you're good, though. I do. I hope the new job and the perhaps not ideal amount of sleep the other day didn't hinder you too much. You've joined us. Actually, really good timing. We're gearing up towards burning the world. The world is now at level 2 pollution. We've still managed to hold on to the early modern era. We've got 12 cities online thanks to a dumb war that was declared by a dumb opponent. And we could actually get a few more if I want to crack that. Let's head through. Stuff it. Let's head through for a crack. I'll use the last of my money to upgrade some of these elephants into heavy machine guns. That's a pretty good improvement. And we'll send these gunners up and see if we can fracture the Dutch and take some of their cities. Yes! Go on, let's do it. Stuff it. We've got armies that are standing around doing nothing, particularly in Neo-Italy. So let's do that. Let's also get another couple. Seeing as I'm already hemorrhaging gold and stability, and the world is going to end very soon, I figure it's time to go all in. So let me also get another army here. Ready to roll out of there, actually would be great. And we'll surge some troops up here and see what we can do. The AI is struggling as well from my dastardly deeds of polluting the world here, don't forget. So, they are suffering. The infidels, the rebels, will be fighting them just like they're trying to fight me. Weakening their cities as well, right? They'll be losing peasants to to the negative 50% food multiplier that's currently being applied. A revolution is happening. Food, money, industry, and science all down. 2 turns. Yikes. Don't worry, everything's fine. But sir, the world is on fire! Everything is fine. Get back to work. Damn it. Get back to work. Okay. Enough shouting at an AI that doesn't exist and can't hear me. Let's move in. And then over here, these peaceful units are just going to keep chopping down forests in the Americas. In land that I don't even own. Brilliant. What is this? You can just wait there, I think. Insta resolve. Boom. Yeah, we're gonna get them. All good things must come to an end. The pollution market isn't 50k, so 20 turnish. It is 50k, I think. Oh, it's not. Oh my god, it's not. It's only 31.3k. Wow. 20 turns might be a little bit of an overestimation here. I think we're about to do it right here, right now. Double bagged and safely dumped into a 15-foot hole. Nice. A great way to get rid of most of life's problems, actually. Oh, yikes. Okay. Well, looks like the world is actually About to end so fast, I don't even know if I'm going to be able to fight the Dutch. And in fact, some rebels have stopped me. Oh dear. Okay. Well, I'll destroy them, I guess. Oh, look at that. It's just rebels everywhere. And this is it. This is literally it. The world is about to burn. Next turn. 31.3k is the cutoff on Blitz mode. And I'm going to contribute more than that. Wow. Okay. Neat. I have built a train station in every territory that I own. We've got well over the 20 aerodromes, so we've ticked that one off. We've also got happy fun time over here, which is a 100% stable city, despite the entire empire being a revolution. So we ticked that one off. There are a few side quests that you can see up in the top left of your screen that I can't do because the primary challenge is to burn the world in as few turns as possible, starting from the industrial era. I'm not in the industrial era yet, so I can't move through and get the technologies that require some of those more advanced side quests. So they're effectively not applicable to the primary challenge. They sort of run in parallel, but also in confrontation to it, in case you weren't with us for the start of the stream where we were sort of talking that through. So some of them are impossible. I think all of the ones that were possible for me I have achieved. Perhaps it was only the connection of coal that could have been better achieved, but to do that, I feel like the best way to do that would have been actually from the very start for me to try and burn down the world a little slower. I've in effect burned down the world so quickly that I'll be unable to do that in time. So that one is, maybe I could justify that one away as being not applicable as well. Largely because I chose to dive so deep into burning the world down so quickly though. Look, we're going to celebrate on cities because the witches and sorcerers are gone. Good. So I feel pretty confident to say that we've achieved all the side challenges we're going to achieve. The primary one, of course, being to burn down all of the forests. And we did that, so go us. We'll celebrate on the city with some games, naturally, to round out the burning of the end of the world. Here as well, we'll host some games. We'll retreat away. Our scout! Oh, look at this guy! Go you! That is brilliant. I don't have any money left. Oh no, I do have a little bit of cash left. So if anybody has any strategics that they'd like to trade me, there's an iron there. There's an iron there. There's a saltpeter there. But that's not doable, so that's fine. We're at war with the Dutch, and we're not going to be able to finish that in time because the world will burn. We don't have trade either, which is probably fine. I don't need your iron or anything. And you're clocked. Okay, cool. So we also clocked all of the trade. I have all of the resources within my territories connected. All of the forests have been chopped, and some. We went into other people's lands to do it. And on turn 88, in the early modern era, so the primary challenge timer hasn't even started. Let's do it. It was a bit anticlimactic. It was a big gag the whole time. Oh, this is my last turn. Okay. I prematurely got a little ahead of myself there, everybody. Slow down. So hold your applause. Okay, I didn't use the applause. the applause effect. Hold your applause, please. We've actually got one more turn to skip through, which could also actually mean that war would be possible. But no, it's not, because there are just rebels everywhere. I'm going to run away from them instead. No, you're rebels. You deal with them. Not my problem. I refuse that. We've got all of the industrial infrastructure in place where possible, although I will just quickly check in, seeing as I've got a little bit of extra time. Let's check in on the cities that we grabbed right at the end of the game down here, and just see if there's anything to do. There is not. It's not doable. That's fine. Queue up an extra maker's quarter. That one's done. This one up here could have an extra polluting infrastructure. It does. And it will finish a manufactory in time. But it won't finish its coal plant in time because I burnt down the world too quickly. We'll celebrate by chopping down 2 last trees just for good measure. Up in Canada this time. Take that, Canada. Bag that and put it in a 15-foot hole. You could just stand there and just look pretty next to Neo Italy, which is burning. Just double check that we're going to end the game with a happy city. Over here, and even more happy fun. Yes, we are. It's 100% happy and stable. Good. And just cue a wee faith. And with that, everybody, it's done! Trans-Siberian Lover. I also got that achievement because it's the first time I built a whole load of train stations. Woo. We did it.
A great part of your legacy is
An
the
anti-IPCC.
remarkable with which you created it.
Yeah, take that,
You will be
Intergovernmental
remembered
Panel on Climate Change.
for balance
You know nothing. This is how you burn
and
the
wonder
world.
you built.
Incredible.
World-famous,
Really,
often
really
visited.
good. So there it is,
Fortune,
everybody.
fame,
We completed
respect,
the
property,
challenge. The challenge
nice
was,
things.
as a reminder, to see how quickly you could burn the world. The challenge timer started from when the player entered the industrial era. I didn't enter the industrial era, so that gives us a 0-turn completion. We also completed as many of the side quests as were possibly applicable within this run. Potentially could have maybe stretched to the coal one with a bit of extra forward planning. That's the only one that might not, that I might actually have achieved it, by the way. Didn't actually check. In fact, I feel like we almost could have. But either way, that's the only one that could have at least been achieved faster with better forward planning. Otherwise, I think we clocked every single one that we could clock, and we beat it in 0 turns. I'm pretty confident to say that that should put us in fairly good stead in this competition. Will it be first? Hard to say. I think there are going to be some difficult judgment calls that Amplitude have to make as well. Do they reward side quests, or do they reward the player who did it in the least turns? What are they going to step to make those difficult judgment calls where players will, I'm imagining, inevitably finish this a little bit like me? They may finish this on the 0 turn as well. I've been told in chat today that 2D Kitty was able to complete it on the 0 turn because she also went through as Joseon and moved through and grabbed those polluting technologies. Save the game is a good call. I do need to provide a save to them. So thank you for reminding me. The game ended due to level of pollution. How do I save the game if it... I guess what I do is I go back to the main menu, I load that last turn, and then save it there, because I do have to submit my save file to prove that we didn't cheat. Oh, look at all those celebratory emojis. That is awesome. So, I mean, I guess it's right here. It's this turn 89, but I'll just load it and save it so that it's done. Thank you for reminding me, Charles. And thank you so much for a celebratory $3 super chat. It was actually a super sticker. Thank you, Charles. Thank you for that. Thank you for being a channel member, and thank you for being here for like 8 hours of this playthrough. Ah, the celebrations are wild. Oh my goodness. And that's going to conclude this challenge. That's it. We did it. We did it in 0 turns. How fast can we burn humankind? The answer is 0 turns. A couple of things that I'd like to say to wrap up here. Firstly, and most importantly, thank you to the wonderful team at Humankind and Amplitude for inviting me to this challenge. It was fantastic, and I'm stoked to just be invited, let alone everything else. Let me save this here. I did it in 0. Boom. It is done. Oh, and what a shot that is. How cool does that look? Secondly, I want to thank the people who made this possible by supporting the stream. Devilish and Charles with your super chats today. And of course Hoff with the resubscribe on Twitch Prime. Yesterday there were a huge number of donations, so not yesterday, day before. Super grateful to all of those. As a combined effort, it was a really fun challenge. And as of this morning, I saw on their Twitter that they've issued the challenge to you as well. There are prizes involved too. So it might pay to jump through and try it for yourself if you'd like to. The top prize, which is also the top prize that they're giving out to us to give out to our communities. So you can potentially have 2 chances to win. I'm just going to pop onto their Twitter so that I can get the rewards right, so that I'm not putting anybody wrong here at the end of the stream, because, my God, it's not like I've ever put anybody wrong before on stream. No, but seriously. Yeah, so they have issued it this morning, 4 hours ago. What you have to do is... Full details here. Neat. I might make a video about that, actually, and just cover that off to teach people... just to talk a little bit through, talk the strategy through. That might be helpful. I'll see. Either way, jump onto their Twitter. You can see the rewards there. In fact, I've got the rewards on screen. The top reward is 1 Steam Sega catalog key. So you get every single Sega game ever for Steam, which is very cool. Second prize will get you a Steam key for an Amplitude game and some $25 gift code for their merch store, Total War key, and some more merch store stuff. So it could be worthwhile doing. If you're playing Humankind and you want to try the challenge, why not see if you can push Humankind too far? If you've been watching this playthrough, you've probably got a pretty good idea about how to do it as well. And with that, I bounce to the end screen. I say a huge thank you again to everybody who tuned in today. We've got around 60 people still watching, which is pretty cool. We got to 75 likes, which was pretty good for an off day. And for this finale, I'm off for a couple of days now. It's Easter. It's actually Good Friday here right now. So, that's good, I guess. Sure. Either way, like I say, that will be me for a couple of days. I'll be back normal time on probably Sunday night, the normal day as well. So looking forward to catching you then. I'm going to rest this weary voice box and maybe go outside and like plant some trees or something to try and counter out all of that damage that we've just done. They also asked for some feedback. So if anybody has any feedback that you'd like me to pass on about the challenge, best place to share it would be the Discord, Twitter as well, or even just in the YouTube comments. There was also a comment on yesterday's stream about someone who had some issues with modding, some glitches with a modding tool. If any modding experts would like to help them out with that, I couldn't because I didn't know the answer. I can't remember their comment, but while I remember, I would just like to call that out. Either way, that's it. That's it. It's one and done. Hashtag give Huck the Sega keys. I totally agree. Enjoy your long weekends if you have long weekends. And I will see you in a few days' time. We will pick up again. Alrighty. Thank you so much, everybody. I really appreciate all the support as well that you put into this and all the feedback. Hopefully I've at least done well enough to get us a top 3 placement, because that will give me some rewards that I can give out to you and maybe others. Anyway, thanks everybody. Thank you so much. And I will see you next time for more Humankind.